this semester to Globalization, Culture and Society class. My name is Luis Carlos Lopez Ulloa. I'm going to be your teacher, or at least I will try to be your teacher this semester. So the first thing I will do is to share with you the syllabus of the class, so you can keep me on track with the topics of the class. And as in a very general comment, the course is 5 units. It's on 5 units. The first one is the brief history of globalization. The second one is organization and global governance. The third is international economic organizations. The fourth one is the global development. It's about global development. And the last is Mexico and globalization. Well, any of you have an idea about what is globalization? Any ideas? Sorry, any ideas what is globalization?
It's it's trying to do the production processes the same in all the world.
Ricardo?
I think this is the transactions with products that in different countries and how to manage the transport in an economic way.
Exactly. Globalization is the first concept or the first idea that we have about globalization is that it's an economic process here in Mexico and almost any part in the world. And just to give an examples, how many of you have a credit or a debit card? How many of you?
Debit.
How many of you has a Costco or Sam's membership? And how many of you have insurance?
Insurance. Yep.
Okay. Well, these three things, these three cards, are a very good example of what is globalization, because all of them belongs to an international companies. BBVA owns Bancomer in Mexico, bought our bank system almost 20 years ago. Just later, 1995, 1996, and that proves how Mexico is integrated to the global economy. So if we as individuals want or not or don't want to be part of globalization, as long as we use a card, a bank card, any bank you want to name, anyone, you are part of the global economy. The outcome of this session is going to be you will write 3 pages the same, but before that, during the class, we're going to do a little bit discussion about it. So we start the lesson talking about what we know or what we think is globalization and how we can explain it. This image or this picture explain in some way how globalization has an impact in all countries through the interchange in the currencies of the countries, from pesos, dollars, Canadian dollars, the pound in Britain, whatever, or the euro in the European Union. So the authors talk about how can we explain globalization. Some of them consider that the first globalization was in the 15th century with the European navigation in Africa, in America, and South Asia. And that process allows the integration of the markets and products between America and Europe, and Africa, and Asia. And this map shows exactly how the products go up, down, inside or outside the countries, or those regions between America and Europe. Well, this is a map in the 15th century, as I was talking. The second globalization, or the second globalization was between 1870 and 1940. And the third one was just between 1950 and 1980. Europe, North America, and Japan established trade relationships by reducing the tariff barrier. And this example began to influence another regions in the whole world. So, as one of the results was of the products of the results of this globalization is that today's globalization began around 1980 and reached some countries considered then developing economies like Mexico, China, Hungary, Brazil, and India. And today, almost 35 years later, China, Brazil, and India are considered developed countries. China now competes with the United States or Europe or Russia in not only in the economic topic but in the military topic or in the foreign policies. Now in the international relationships you must take in count, or you must listen what China has to say about the international relationship system. Well, as a result, also as a result of globalization, the manufacturing in China, Mexico, Hungary, Brazil, and India grow from 25 to more than 80%. Well, okay, thank you. Well, the activity today is this little evaluation. You must work to answer these questions, and I give you a last example about globalization. Not only is common in our credit cards, but also in something that is very common in the weekends for the Mexican people. So, Ricardo, is globalization an historic process or a recent one? What do you think?
No, it's a historic process because of they came from a lot of years ago. We appeared at that. What Latin American countries should do to accelerate the process of globalization?
It must lead to political changes. In some cases, could have protectional policies that doesn't promote the free trade of products and inversions. So change their policies.
Okay. Francisco, what did you think about the first question?
According to Ricardo, because of the trade agreements, the things that we buy from other places, especially the food, right?
Yes.
Tortillas that we eat are from Iowa, corn.
Yes. Exactly. Well, very good. Almost to end the session today, as I mentioned at the beginning, each one of you please write a 3-page essay answering the next question. Globalization is a reversible process or not? And, well, a little bit about conclusion. If countries want to succeed in globalization, their state policies must be rolled to the transition to a global economy, just as Sarai was saying. Very good, Sarai. That implies that they must promote economic reform agenda. This is the tricky part, because not all the countries, or not necessarily the political system in all the countries, allow the changes in reform the local or the national laws of the countries. It's not very easy. And well, a concept that we can use, or we're going to use along this semester, is globalization is an economic, political, social, technological, and cultural global process. Its main impact is in the opening borders to free flow of investment, manufacturing, goods, service, and people. It is also visible in technological interconnectivity and communications. And, okay, just for the last note of the class, these are the brands of the beers around the world, the original brands. And after globalization, now this is the new order, the new world order of the beers around the world. So just for give you a little example, cerveza Tecate, 2X, cerveza Sol, now belongs to a bigger brand, Heineken. So if you can go to almost any country in the world and you will find that their national beers are now part of the multinational company beer. So this is I like this example that it can explain how globalization works today. Thank you.